Good evening, we're Sefton Paranormal. We're investigating Strelley Hall tonight. It's located in Nottingham on the Sherwood Forest border. It's absolutely packed with history, lots of strange things going on. It's just a fantastic place and I really can't wait to get going.
Yeah, we've been told a bit of the history of the hauntings that may be going on in here. That's been going on for many years. Can we debunk that tonight? Can we capture on video for you guys, for us and for the owner? We'll have to wait and see.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, there have been reports of activity on the staircase, visions, apparitions have been seen up here. There's also reports of witches on the ground.
Yeah, but is it a myth or a legend? And this is why we're here.
Yeah, we're going to find out tonight, guys.
See you soon.
Certainly will.
So tonight we are investigating an absolutely fantastic location. It's in Nottingham, in a place called Strelley Hall. I'm currently sat with Richard, the owner. Could you tell me a little bit about the house?
Well, this house was started as a castle in 1200 by the Strelley family. They stayed here 470 years.
Wow, okay.
And until they really lost their way, they were quite significant. They were knights of the realm. But they lost their way in the middle of 17th century and they got involved with such difficulties in the law that they really couldn't keep the place going. So they actually sold out to their lawyer in return for his fees.
Right, okay. And what was the name of this family?
Well, the second family was the Age family.
Yeah.
And they stayed here 330 years.
Wow. It's quite a heritage.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Currently, are you related to these families? Not at all. No.
It came on the market after the Edge family had really moved out. Well, the last member of the Edge family had died. There were plenty more, but they didn't want to carry on living here because it had become rather a liability.
Absolutely. Obviously, it's a big building. It costs a lot of money to keep going. I suppose. I bet the heating bill's quite high. In regards to history, I mean, obviously 350 years is a long time for anybody to live in a property. So we're guaranteed historical deaths happening in the building. Is there any significant stories or tales that?
Well, there are. First of all, right at the beginning, when they moved here at 1200, they were really rather like brigands.
Right. Okay.
If they saw something in a neighbouring village that they liked, they went and got it.
Yeah. Okay.
And that was really what people did in those days.
Yeah.
Even the kings of England went and got a large area of France.
Just took what they wanted. Yeah. Absolutely.
But they became better people in the 14th, 15th century. In fact, they were in the Crusades.
Right.
In
Okay.
the 14th century, and there are some monuments in the church here, which celebrate the fact that they came back alive from.
What, part of the Knights Templar?
No, we don't think so.
Right. Okay. Cool. Okay. Just one last thing before we wrap it up. We've heard a lot about this dungeon area. I know the rest of the team are really excited to get down there. Could you tell me a little bit more about it?
Well, we believe that the castle here was actually quite extensive and had a wall around it, and what we're sitting in now is part of a turret of that castle.
Right, okay.
And the bit that's called the dungeon was another turret.
Right, okay.
And in fact we've only got the lowest level of that, and so that is actually below ground today.
Okay.
And the rest of that turret has been lost with time.
Sure, yeah.
And the great hall of the castle seems to have been down there, so this would have been the more important part of the castle.
Right.
But there seems to have been a fire there in Tudor times.
Right, okay.
And so that was one of the things that began to give them problems.
Yeah, of course. So in terms of it being a dungeon, is that a nickname that's associated to that area because it's underground, it's cold and dark, or?
We don't know.
We're not sure. Okay.
One of the things about a dungeon usually is that you can't get out of it.
Right.
There's a hole in the ground and people are put through.
Yeah.
And unless they're lifted out, they have to stay.
Of course, yeah.
Now it's not like that. There are stairs leading down, so perhaps it wasn't a dungeon.
Yeah.
Perhaps it was just a storage area.
Sure. Definitely.
But when we bought it, it was on the plans as a dungeon.
Right, okay. So somebody's been creative somewhere potentially.
Yeah.
And that's obviously down to the team to investigate that tonight. I do believe you've had other paranormal investigators into the property. Is there anything significant
a lot,
been found?
and they've all found things that have pleased them, and they've all generally come back.
Sure, yeah. And have you experienced anything living on the property?
Well, yes and no, but we don't really want to discuss it because we think it might be rather personal.
Absolutely, why not? Of course, at the end of the day, you've got to live here, so we'll respect that. So I've just had a great chat with Richard, the owner of the property. He's armed me with loads of information, and our plan is now to try and find some evidence. We're going to relay all this information back to the team. We're going to crack on and we're going to see what happens tonight.
Okay, we've come down now into the basement. We're all here. Julie did a sweep of the place before, and there's a lot of electric wires. So I think there's only here where that REM pod, K2, sorry, will only work. The rest of it's debunked because there's wires everywhere. Alan set a REM pod up down there. So we're just going to start the investigation now and ask if anybody is here that would like to come and join us. Are you not trying to get our attention now? What was that?
So it's just a camera.
Yeah, it's the mount the camera's on. Step forward out of the shadows. What was that? Did you just blow in my ear, Alan?
I'm done, no, mate. I'm perfect.
No.
Still.
Seriously, I've just heard.
No, seriously, mate. I heard it, and I'm honest by you.
It was almost as I thought you were blowing in my ear or something.
Whether it was consciously, I've done it, but I wasn't aware that I did to it.
Okay. Okay, if that was you, thank you.
That's the phone, isn't it?
Yeah, ignore that. You do it again.
You make your way towards us. Go towards the light on the floor.
That beeping, I'm sure it's coming from the telephone lines. Do you remember?
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a surfer.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
such a
well,
lot
yeah,
of
it is.
wires. So again, you've got to be careful with that.
When you come down to do your sweep, is it where the tunnel is?
It is.
Is that where it's giving off a lot of EMF?
Yeah.
So you get a lot of electrical appliances affecting the K2 device?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything, there's wires hanging, so you've got to be careful that your head doesn't touch them because automatically you think, oh God, something's
Yes.
moved.
Okay.
Want to turn it on this side. Isn't
Okay.
it, Pam?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. So Spirit, good evening. Thank you for bringing us here. I'm Pam.
I'm Julie.
And I'm Alan.
And I'm Aaron.
Would you like to step forward and tell us who you are? Would you like to go to the light on the floor? The red light. Make yourself be known to us. We know these tunnels go back many, many years, and many people would have walked these floors.
$1100, isn't it, Pam?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, when I was talking to Richard before, he was saying it goes back a long time. And the first family was here for 400 and something years.
Wow.
And then the second family was 300 and something years. So
Is it the area or the building? I think it's more or less the area. It's going back to the Doomsday.
yeah.
Going back
It
that
goes,
far.
yeah, it does go back far.
Okay. Okay, we're now at the main part of this tunnel. It literally goes beyond. It takes a right It ends up under the car park that's outside at the front of the house. That's how far it goes. So what I'm going to do, there's been reports of footsteps that haven't been heard here. So I'm going to go a bit down the tunnel now and put the REM pod down there. We're going to do a call out and let's hopefully we can pick something up. We've got recorders going, the cameras are running, and we've got ourselves to try and provoke a bit of activity. Okay. Oh. That went, mate. Hello? Hello?
Hello? It's that dark, the night vision can't even think.
Okay, that was you. Please can you do it again?
Step towards that red light. If you do, it'll make some noises. What?
You right?
Yeah, I'm fine. There's something by the REM pod then. Like a light. If that's you, thank you. My legs are like ice.
I'll bet you mate, don't worry.
I feel okay.
I've never seen someone move at all.
If that was you that just showed yourself in front of this camera, do it again. Tell us your name. Are you the owner of this property? It's that dark at the bottom and there. The infrared won't pick it up.
Okay, we're getting a few taps.
Behind the camera as well, mate. Oh. Did you hear that?
Yeah, it is.
Hello? I came towards you with the light on the floor. As you see, it doesn't harm you. It just creates lights and lets us know that you're here. I think you are here.
Something feels like it's touching me, eh?
Can you come towards that light again?
I'm sorry, I was just going right across you.
Adam?
I thought it was your arm.
Right. I think Adam's just gone across his lens and I thought I seen the shadow. I let him do it again and I think it was his arm. No catching light of the lens
Oh, it's okay.
of the LED screen. That's what I saw, but I never said it until he'd done it again.
Yeah.
Right, I'm hearing things at that end as well now. So I've got another REM pod here, and I'm going to put that on the opposite side of the camera.
Or put it in the doorway, Pam, just where you
The
are.
doorway, yeah, I will. So, again, Spirit, if you're here, come forward.
Thought we heard it there.
We thought we heard you, thank you. I'm going to step out of your space.
Whoa. It's going nuts.
I think you're very active down here, aren't you? Can you step back from the light, please? So we can talk to you.
You alright, Al?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
I saw something touching his cables.
Okay, step back from the light.
There's a lot of cables hanging out, so just be careful.
Wow. Okay, this is
Brilliant.
active, both ends, all the way through. Please stand back, please, so we can speak to you.
Can you throw something?
Thank you.
Oh,
Was there a knock then as well?
Yes.
it's got hold of that,
I'm
hasn't it?
asking you, are you holding that? Can you squeeze it again for me, please? If you've got hold of that, squeeze it. Is that the room? No, that's the phone
No,
line,
it's-
isn't
The
it?
phone line, yeah.
So, okay, well, thank you very much for that, much appreciated. We know you're here, we heard the taps.
Thank you.
If you'd like to come back and do it again, you're most welcome to. We're going to move on a little bit further into the tunnel. Are you joining us?
No, we'll need a light for the tunnel.
think we're joining more than
Go on now.
2.
Yeah.
You get anything on the therm?
I've got something I'll let you have a look in a minute.
I'll be careful with these floors, mate.
Okay. Shh, 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 shh. Someone, shh, shh. Someone's just gone.
Did you hear it? I might cover your tone in your voice.
Yeah.
Do you want to stop here now and wait for the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put up all the ends here. Just leave it on now. Stop.
So, okay, we're right in the middle of the tunnel now, aren't we?
I smell diesel.
Yeah, it's on the floor, isn't it?
So, if you want to come and join us, please do so. If you're still at the top, by that box like on the floor that you came close to, you can touch it again for us if you can. Or Alan has put on one down there, it's got red light on it.
Do you hear that? It's like a squeak.
Come on. Come and join us.
Something Richard said about was that the other end of this was part of a turret.
Really?
Yeah.
What was that? Was that yours?
I haven't moved. I haven't moved. Have not moved.
If there's anybody here in the tunnel, we know there is. There's a device on the floor again. You touch that device, you've seen how it works. It creates an audible sound, as the one on the other end of the tunnel. That creates audible sounds. If you can touch it, it will let us know that you're here and you're willing to talk. Do you want to speak to us? Can you show yourself?
Yeah, someone's walking.
Where's your end?
Yeah, someone's walking very slowly in front of us.
Yeah.
Did you hear the man?
Yeah, I did.
Come on then, come and join us. What's your name? Can you give us your name? You have to shout nice and loud. I'm going to introduce myself, and my colleagues will call their names out too. And my name's Alan.
I'm Pam.
I'm Julie.
I'm Aaron.
Can you give us your name?
Right here.
No, I'm not budging it. I'm perfectly with it.
So,
Oh my God, did anyone hear that?
what?
It's like a...
Okay, it's time to speak.
Okay.
You've asked for it.
Everybody at our feet.
I'm
to the
Fairy
floor.
on the ground, Pam. No one's moved.
No.
Can you create the lights for me again? We can hear you. Can you show yourself? Can you come in from the turret area? Come towards us. Can you do that for me?
I don't like it here. Here.
What the hell was that? Did you hear that, Alan?
No, I'm not hearing none.
It was like a...
Do you know how it feels? It feels like we're getting
Closed in.
What's above us here?
It's just a ceiling. Just a concrete ceiling.
No, above.
nothing, Aaron, look.
It goes under the car park.
Yeah.
That's the way I feel, Pam.
That's how I feel.
Closed in.
Yeah. It's going like this.
Yeah.
Oh, did you hear that one?
No.
Is there something wrong about it?
I heard that. It came from Alan's direction. It's like something was...
This, I've just felt like somebody's touching my arms. I feel that it sounds like,
Come on, give us your name. We've introduced ourselves. We've come a long way to speak to you. Can you throw something, move something? Affect the devices on the floor. Right. I must have been you, Alan. I've just seen a light on the wall, my left. Come right towards me, but might where you've moved the camera.
Right, Alan, I saw that as well. So, Alan, can I ask you to rebump that to see if it was you?
Just move your up now, up and down, Alan.
What you've just done?
Yeah, it's you, Alan.
Right, okay.
I'm going to have to put a light on just so I can see where I walk. I'm just going to go a bit further down. But I can't do it.
But the next part's going into the dungeon.
Yeah.
Do you want to speak to us? Yes or no? Bang on something, throw something. Come out of the shadows. Stop leaning against the wall. Walk towards us. Come on, let's hear you walk this floor.
Oh my God, someone's in the corner.
Alright. I think it's the shadow of Aaron with his torch.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm positive, yeah.
Never had a torch with this way.
Yeah, it's
It
when,
was pointing that way.
He's pointing that way.
it was when you moved the camera. It
Oh, we
just,
get the light off the wall.
Yeah,
Right.
Oh God.
it was just for a second, Jim.
What was
I
that?
apologise for that.
Don't know.
That was, did you hear that little knock?
I just heard this.
Yeah, I heard that.
I whistle a sign. Come on, do it louder. We've come to join you. You're probably used to this.
Did you hear that then?
Yeah. The black mice hadn't.
Yeah, that's a cold spot.
Is it?
Yeah.
Come on, make it bigger.
Listen, just get that one
Right,
going.
I took the photo as well. It's going in and out now. Come on, move closer.
Wherever you
It's
are,
gone again.
make yourself be known
Oh,
for
it's coming
us.
back. You're on the left-hand side on the wall. Come towards us. Come on, you walk towards us, I'll pick you up. Keep perfectly still. 50 degrees. It's gone again. Come on, show yourself for us. Use the energy that's here for you. You can do it. You're used to that many people coming down here to visit you. Thank you. Here we go. Can you copy me? Some got thrown. I heard it. It's like there's like 3 steps that take you down into the main turret area.
I'm just waiting for us, I think it's getting closer.
Closer, yeah.
Right, Adam, be careful, you go slow.
Mind these steps. Very slow.
Right.
Usually get down these.
Okay?
Right,
Yeah, thank you.
nice and in.
Right.
Oh, it's different feels on here.
Right. Has anyone got a torch in it?
No.
Yeah.
Right. Pam, can you take that light off and he's going to keep just keep over it so keep beneath the steps. Do you want to put this somewhere? Do you want it on the steps?
On the stairs, yeah.
Leave it on, Mum, and just put it in your pocket.
Sorry.
Okay. The turret. Some people call it the dungeon. If there's any spirits in here who wishes to speak to us, who'd like to communicate, take this opportunity. There's a device on the steps. You come down them steps or go up them steps.
What did you hear?
Sorry mate, I'm just using the thing with you. the wall.
Oh, big orb above your head then.
Was it? I thought I'd seen something by the red pot, but I wasn't too sure.
Whoa, what was that? That was a big noise upstairs.
Sorry, I was talking about it really. If you are here, if you're in this room, go towards that light on the stairs. Touch the light on the stairs. Touch someone within the room.
Did you just take a breath?
No.
I heard that.
Did you hear that?
I heard that.
I just felt as if there was somebody right behind us.
I heard that, Pam.
Do you just back up towards the wall? Watch your feet, Joe. Watch your feet.
Whoever you are,
That's it,
I'll
just-
see you
just-
now.
Just calm down, everybody.
Just as I'm scanning the terminal, you say to Ryan, I'm trying to get behind Pam.
It is very cold behind us.
Thank you very much for that, whoever you are. Can you do something else for us?
And there's a wall right in front of your feet, you know.
There's a what?
As you turn around, there's
Yeah.
a little wall, yeah.
Alright, I'll just keep in this space here.
As if I keep seeing little flashes of light. You know, just twinkles. I saw one above your head, Aaron, and one come just down the stairs then. And again, it's as if somebody stood on the stairs. Are you trying to say?
Whoa, calm down, guys, calm down.
Right, Julie.
As I said then, are you trying to circle us? You got touched on the back. Thank you for that. I don't want you to frighten us because it's very dark down here and there's only one way out. Now we come as friends, we don't mean any harm at all. Thank you very much for letting us know that you're here.
Is that torch, man? I'm just going to get the other side so I
Very, very kind to us.
don't want to slip.
Just let me know where you want to
God, the floor is really slippy.
Yeah, just be
They
careful.
did tell us about
The wall behind you, that's it, yeah.
No, Laura, look at this. I think it was more of a cold room. Is that correct? And I'm not being funny, I just felt it sounded like somebody was crying.
Light anomalies just past your head.
Come on.
Are you crying? Did you hear that?
I heard that. Oh,
What are you going on?
you know that knock thing you heard before, like throwing or whatever it was?
Yeah.
That.
It's if I can hear a growl. Kind of, it's not a growl. It's
It's a breath.
yeah, it is. But before that, it sounded like somebody was crying. Are you upset?
Right. If you're here, and you're really here, and this is where you stay, I want you to go towards this device. And that's all it does. It I wasn't sure whether someone said something there as I was talking.
Whoa. Aaron.
Yeah.
Over Alan's shoulder.
What have you seen?
There's like little white lights.
Yeah, I thought you heard something as I was talking. Like someone started to say something, but because you carried on talking.
Yeah.
I wasn't too sure. If you are here, you've seen how I created the lights. All that lets us know is that you're here. You're really here. So if you want to do something, give us a sign, bang, whistle, create the lights for us. Thank you.
Is that noise again? I don't know if that's a drip, but then it's not raining, does it? It's bone dry outside.
It is.
Come out to the corridor from the upper floors. If you reside down here, there's something you want us to know. Is your message? Come on, you created the lights for us before. We know someone's here.
So this is the bottom of the turret that Richard was talking about, wasn't it, before? The previous owners to Richard documented it as a dungeon on the deeds. but I won't lie, I'm not convinced it was a dungeon. If you actually look, there's actually plinths. I think it might have, in later life at least, been used as some sort of boiler room, to be quite honest with you. Prior to that, who knows, but the steps coming all the way down into this, that almost looks like bedrock. We are quite low down. It's hard to say. Something that we did pick up on was the caretaker claims that it was for cold food storage. Because obviously back in those days, fridges didn't exist.
I love the Michael.
That was loud.
That was running.
That was wrong.
We should go back to the hub and check that.
That was like
Wow.
someone running down there.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Let's go and see what's going on.
Let's run out and get the stuff. Alright, we finally found the medieval pond, lake, whatever you want to call it. This is the area here. When you can see that through the camera. Apparently, they reckon in the day this is where they had the stock, where they put all the fish. It was all put in here. And another legend, well, we think it's a legend, because there's no apparent maps or documentation of this area. You reckon witches practice their craft around this area. And this particular building here behind you,
This one here.
you reckon this was where it was. This is where the witches practiced. This building now has been erected. Obviously it's newer.
Yeah, it's on the foundations.
Yeah, it's just on the foundations. This is where they used to store some bits of wood and that when they cut down stuff and things like that for the house. But this particular area, yeah, this is supposed to be where the witches were. So what I'm going to do, I've got a recorder with me here. So I think we'll have a little go and see if we can pick anything up around here. Julie's got a K2. And we'll just see if we can pick up any voices or something like that. Yeah, just stop there. Okay.
I'll tell you what, considering it's summer, it's cold.
It's gone really cold.
It's picking up now a
Okay.
little bit, isn't it?
You getting any K2s, you?
No.
If there's anybody here with us right now, please step forward.
Stand still, everyone.
Tell us your name.
There's been reports of witches many centuries ago in this area. Is there any witches with us now? Come and speak into this red light in my hand. Is this where you practice your craft, your magic? The legend says it was. Is it true? Ignore the noise in the background, it's traffic. We're close to a motorway. Is there anybody here who knows of the witches? Who knows of the stories? Can you step forward and say hello to us? Maybe men who work the land? For past families of this house? Come and say hello. You see the light in my hand? Any spirits of the edges? The Strelleys? Connected to the house? People going back to the doomsday book. Okay, here we are, me and Julie. We're going back down the basement. Just keep the light in front of you, Jude, please. Go on, I'm good. Yeah. Right. Okay. Cool. Watch your step. On the way. Junk being stored in the rooms. Okay, it just goes on forever.
Right. Put the REM pod on now. Okay.
Yeah. Just get your torch and shine it on the bottom. Just flick it with your finger then. It's going, Ju. Okay, here we are, me and Julie. We've just entered the tunnels, the medieval tunnels, that supposedly leads to a dungeon. Is there anybody here who'd like to talk to us? If you're here, and you can hear my voice, can you come towards the light in the door? That's just the phone going at the back, ignore that. We've got to put the REM pod on the floor area. We've got a lot of activity earlier on. We've had footsteps, the REM pod went off straight away. And the REM pod the other REM pod we had went in the doorway. Well, it's the archway behind me. I'll just give you a quick shot where we are. We actually had it there. So we had both REM pods going off. Again, if you reside in this tunnel, can you give us a sign that you're here? You bang on something. Create the lights on the floor for us. Do you know some of the names around here, Ju? In the families or anything like that?
I think there was a I know there was a little girl. I think she was about 12. The owner used to bring her down here.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, did you hear that?
What was that? Sorry, I was talking.
Like a big noise.
Did it come from the tunnel area?
Yeah, yeah.
Right, well,
Am I correct? The owner of this house used to bring a little girl. She was about 12. You used to bring her down here, didn't you?
and why was that, you? Why would she come down here?
She lived here, and allegedly
Yeah.
she was killed
Right, okay.
down here. Allegedly.
Okay.
The owner.
How was she killed, you?
I'm not sure.
Was it just a story going round that
Yeah,
there was
yeah.
a death down here?
Yeah.
Okay. Is this true? Do we have any children? In these tunnels, in this basement? Or a sinister basement? Or a sinister basement? Or a sinister...
A little girl.
What a sinister place to bring anyone.
She used to be dragged down here.
Oh, right, okay.
Am I correct?
Light up the lights if you can hear us. Bang on something, move something. You're very quiet. Are you part of the Strelley family?
No, I think it was the Edge family. Al.
Okay.
The Edge family.
Do we have any spirits from the Edge family in this tunnel? If you can hear us, can you bang on something? Or connect to the lights on the floor?
the owner. You lost everything. You gambled away everything and you lost every penny of this house. Am I correct? This is where you came. I've just seen a sparkle light on the floor.
Okay. Keep it going.
You came down here out the way. And you done what you done.
The only place I felt as if there was somebody there was when we were all down in the cellar
middle.
and I felt as if the walls were coming in.
See,
And
I
I think that might have been
The problem is in terms of an
darkness.
investigation point of view and keeping keeping it fair.
Yeah.
There was a hell of a lot of electricity down
Yeah,
there, and
I think that
electromagnetic
was making
field
it.
disturbance
I agree.
naturally
I got really
caused.
sick down there.
But again, it applies to the K2 meters that they use,
Yeah.
or we use. I mean, you girls went down and done,
We
you know,
debunked it, didn't we?
you went out and
Yeah,
done the base
we did.
reading
Yeah.
We did.
as we were doing the interviews and so called. And again, you just said that, you know, it's basically a waste of time using.
It
Yeah,
wasn't
because
worth it.
The EMF that's given off down there,
Yeah.
and you know what EMF does to you then.
Yeah,
Do you know
absolutely.
what I mean?
Yeah.
You know,
So you can feel like you're being watched. You feel like
Yeah.
the walls are closed. You feel
You
sick.
felt sick.
Yeah. You felt nauseous as well.
Me, yeah.
so that's strong
Yeah.
down here.
But-
I mean, that's an electrical hub.
Is that a central hub
Yeah.
attracting in energy?
Because it's
Attracting
life
in
in it down
paranormal?
there.
Yeah.
Use the electricity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Potentially.
Well, in terms of all our meters and stuff, we can't establish whether or not that's spiritual or not because there's too much
Too much.
interference in there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for watching us.
Again, it was
Yeah.
interesting night, but again, we've got a lot of audio to go over to as well.
Well, we've
And
travelled the best part of 150 miles, you know.
Yeah,
we've
visual-
experienced
Yeah.
Nottingham.
Yeah, visual wise until you check the cameras, but audio wise, and we've heard little things. It'd be interesting to see if we caught
Yeah.
anything on the audios.
Yeah.
So yeah, but thanks for your time and
Yeah.
you've enjoyed watching Sefton Paranormal. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.